The year is 1909. In the Harland and Wolff shipyards of Belfast, thousands of workers carve a legend out of steel. It's called Titanic, the most luxurious, most powerful, and unsinkable ship the world had ever seen. A monument of human ambition and pride. Men risk their lives welding her massive hulls, hammering steel that could resist any storm. But no one realized the danger wouldn't come from wind or wave. It would come from overconfidence. After 3 years of labor, Titanic is launched on the 31st of May 1911. Crowds gather, flags wave, champagne breaks, and a new age of luxury begins. At 882 feet long and 46,000 tons, it's the size of 4 city blocks. Inside, marble staircases, Turkish baths, a gym, a swimming pool, all floating in the middle of the sea. She is beauty, power, and arrogance combined. Southampton, England. Excitement fills the air as Titanic prepares for her maiden voyage to New York. 2,224 passengers and crew board. The rich, the poor, the hopeful, and the proud. The wealthy arrive with luggage piled high. The poor clutch small bags and bigger dreams. At 12 noon, Titanic's horn roars, and the greatest ship in history leaves port, slicing through calm waters. No one aboard knows. It's her first and last journey. Titanic is divided not just by decks, but by destiny. First-class marble halls, crystal chandeliers, 10-course dinners, and orchestras. Second-class teachers, engineers, and travelers enjoying modest comfort. Third-class immigrants from Europe, sleeping in cramped rooms, hoping for a new beginning in America. The ship is a floating reflection of society itself, divided by money, but united by fate. Deep in the belly of the ship, firemen shovel coal into giant furnaces, 600 tons a day. Sweat pours down their faces, steam burns their lungs. These men never see sunlight, but without them, Titanic wouldn't move an inch. When the iceberg comes, they'll be among the first to die. Captain Edward John Smith, the millionaire's captain, commands Titanic. He's calm, respected, and nearing retirement. This voyage is his grand farewell. Beside him, Thomas Andrews, the ship's designer, inspects every corridor with pride. Both believe Titanic can survive anything. Even the gods couldn't sink her, they say. Those words will echo forever. Titanic stops at Cherbourg, France, then Queenstown, Ireland. Families wave from the docks. Laughter fills the air. By April 11, the ship sails into the open Atlantic, calm seas, bright skies, and endless hope. But beneath the calm, the Atlantic hides its sharpest blades, icebergs. Days pass like dreams. Children play on deck. Couples stroll under the stars. In first class, millionaires toast champagne. In third class, fiddlers play folk songs. The ship glides smoothly, engines humming like a lullaby. It feels like paradise on water, but paradise always owned. April 14 morning, wireless operators Jack Phillips and Harold Bride receive the first iceberg warnings. Large ice field ahead, proceed with caution. They relay the message to the bridge, but the ship keeps full speed, 22 knots. Captain Smith wants to reach New York early to impress the world. Human pride silences nature's warning. The night of April 14 is eerily still. No wind, no waves. The sea looks like glass. Sailors grow uneasy. Such calm means danger. In the crow's nest, lookouts Frederick Fleet and Reginald Lee shiver in the cold. They have no binoculars, the key was lost. They rely on their eyes alone, as death drifts silently toward them. A glint in the darkness, a white shadow ahead. Fleet rings the bell 3 times. Iceberg right ahead. First Officer Murdoch spins the wheel hard. Engines reverse. The ship groans under strain, but the iceberg scrapes along the starboard side, slicing open 300 feet of steel like paper. Inside, water floods the lower decks faster than anyone can comprehend. Thomas Andrews inspects the damaged 5 compartments flooded. He tells Captain Smith softly, "She will sink." It's a mathematical certainty. The words hit like ice. The unsinkable ship has 2 hours to live. Captain Smith orders the crew to prepare lifeboats. There are only 20, enough for barely half the people on board.
The structural integrity is compromised. We need to reroute power to the auxiliary systems immediately. Agreed.
Midnight. Crewmen knock on cabin doors, urging passengers to dress warmly and come on deck. Few take it seriously. Some laugh, some sip wine. The band begins playing light music to calm the crowd. Meanwhile, freezing seawater rushes through the mailroom, the engine rooms, the third-class corridors. The ship begins to tilt, ever so slightly. Women and children first. Lifeboats are lowered, but many go half empty. People refuse to leave the warmth of the ship. Some crew don't know how to operate the lifeboats. Below deck, third-class passengers pound locked gates, screaming to escape. Many never make it up. Social class decides who lives and who dies. Wallace Hartley and his band of 8 men keep playing as the deck tilts steeper. Their music echoes through the chaos, a symbol of peace amid panic. Their last song, Nearer, My God, to Thee. They all perish, instruments in hand, heroes of calm courage. Millionaire John Jacob Astor kisses his pregnant wife goodbye and steps aside. Ida Strauss refuses to leave her husband. They die together on deck chairs. Engineer Joseph Bell and his men keep the lights burning till the very end. Every soul aboard faces the same truth. Money, fame, and power mean nothing before the sea. The Titanic's bow disappears beneath the waves. Stern rises high into the night sky. Passengers cling to railings, praying, crying, screaming. The ship splits in two with a thunderous roar. The stern hovers for a moment, then sinks into darkness. Silence follows, except for the cries in the freezing water. The temperature is -2 degrees Celsius. Hundreds float in lifebelts, calling for help. Within minutes, their voices fade one by one. Only 13 are rescued from the water. The rest become part of the Atlantic's frozen grave. Those who survived sit in lifeboats, shivering in silence. They see the vast, dark ocean, no ship, no light, only the stars above. Some pray, others stare blankly. A few blame themselves for not returning for others. The guilt will haunt them forever. Finally, the ship Carpathia reaches the scene. Rescuers find nothing but wreckage and scattered bodies. 705 survivors are pulled aboard, cold, wet, and broken. As dawn breaks, the sea looks peaceful again, as if nothing ever happened. News spreads like wildfire. Titanic sinks, over 1,500 dead. The world is in shock. Questions arise: how could the greatest ship ever built sink so easily? Investigations reveal greed, pride, and negligence. No binoculars, no drills, not enough lifeboats. The so-called unsinkable ship was doomed by human arrogance. Laws change. Every ship now must have lifeboats for all, constant radio watch, and safety drills. Titanic's loss becomes a wake-up call for the world, a reminder that no creation of man is beyond failure. 73 years later, oceanographer Robert Ballard finds the Titanic wreck, 12,500 feet deep in the Atlantic, 2 halves, 600 meters apart. Rust, silence, darkness, plates, shoes, jewelry, letters, frozen memories of a night that changed history. Each artifact tells a story: a child's toy, a gold watch stopped at 2:28 a.m., a wedding ring still shining through decay. The ocean didn't just bury a ship. It preserved a lesson about humanity's greatest weakness: pride. More than a century later, Titanic still lives in films, museums, and hearts. It's more than a tragedy, it's a mirror of who we are. A story of dreams, arrogance, courage, and loss. The ship sank, but her story floats forever. Because the sea may take lives, but never their stories. This was Titanic, the ship called unsinkable, and the ocean that proved nothing truly is.